Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and today is September 17th, my birthday. And We had a very long day today at Tokyo Disney Sea. It was incredible. We ate at this Chinese restaurant called Volcania in the middle of the volcano, the caldera. That was really awesome. We also rode Journey into the Center of the Earth, which is a cool little it's kind of like Test Track in Epcot is kind of. It's pretty cool. And then we also went on the submarine, the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So, but I don't, you know what's funny? I don't think you're underwater at all. I think it's just the screens have water in them, so it makes it look like you're underwater. But I don't think you're actually in any water at all, which is it's still cool. It's a cool little ride. I enjoy it. The one thing I don't understand, so there's this character named Duffy, who's this bear that the Japanese people love. They love them some fucking Duffy. And he's got a girlfriend named Shelly May. And I found out today they have a cat named Gelatoni, right? So I don't know how they find, I mean, like, I don't even know how they even found out about this one. And I also found out that Stitch from Lilo and Stitch has a girlfriend that came out in the sequel. I mean, that is some obscure shit. And the female chipmunk, Clarice, I don't know if you even know who Clarice is, but she was this female chipmunk that was a singer, and Chip and Dale both were gaga over her on one cartoon, like literally from like the 60s. And she's like now in everything. And not 18 years ago, no, but now everywhere. Crazy. But it's cool though. I mean, I'm not knocking them. It's still pretty decent. I had a lot to drink today. I had a yellow rice wine with my dinner with my lunch. It was good. But then I did 3 tequila shots, and they were cool because they were little. Each one was a different one. Like one was mango, one was mixed berries, and then one was the regular lime tequila, and it was fine. In fact, I posted a vine earlier today of me doing one of the shots. No, my last one, the third one. So I didn't actually get drunk, and then the last one I did have some plum wine later in the day for dinner. But and you know what? As much as I love me some Pinot Grigio, and I do love me some Pinot Grigio, but with my favorite kind of wine is plum wine. Plum wine is fucking the best. It is awesome. I enjoy it immensely. I do want to say thank you to all the people who have thus far wished me well on both Facebook and Twitter. I do want to say thank you for that, and I've responded as much as I could to every single person individually. And if I haven't gotten to you yet, I will. That's my goal, is to be a lot more involved with my social media. I want to say thank you. But now, even though technically it's going to be the 18th tomorrow, it'll be the 17th in the States. So then tomorrow will be my birthday in the United States. And this is the best part. This is my favorite part about Disney. So I had a little sticker that said, today's my birthday. My name's Angel. And I swear to God, every single person that worked there wished me a happy birthday. And I'm not thinking it's because I'm special. I know they probably do that to every single person who it is their birthday. But how incredible is that? It makes everybody feel very special. That's the Disney level of customer service that I keep trying to bring to my industry, that everyone looks at me like I'm fucking from Mars because I believe in that level of customer service. I mean, just saying happy birthday with a smile. I mean, it's not difficult, it's not curing, cancer, whatever. It's great though. So I just wanted to just point that out. Anyways, let's talk about today's show. Today we're talking about The Young and the Restless. And unfortunately, they've stopped doing the little, the kind of, not flashbacks. Well, they did have flashbacks, but they were the cast members talking about their individual roles and how things have been going in the show leading up to the 11,000th episode. And the 11,000th episode was fine, but now that it's done, that portion of the show is over, and that's unfortunate. But I do want to say, so the executive producer, because every other show, with the exception of Bold and the Beautiful, has revolving doors when it comes to executive producers and head writers. But the executive producer of Young and Restless now is this British guy named Mal Young, who also worked on Doctor Who when they revamped Doctor Who. So I love Doctor Who. Quick little story about Doctor Who. I started watching I when I was little and Doctor Who would come on. I wouldn't watch it because it was too scary. I mean, it was frightening. I didn't want to watch it. But when Rose Tyler came on, aka Billie Piper, aka the British Britney Spears, and FYI, that's Britney right there. What up? Okay, anyway, sorry. I was like, okay, I've got to at least try it and watch it, and I loved it. I watched it after she left the show. I still kept watching it. I think I loved all of David Tennant's companions. I loved her and Martha and Donna Noble. Oh God, Catherine Tate was so hilarious. So I enjoyed the show immensely. I mean, I would watch it now, except I don't get BBC America in Las Vegas, unfortunately. So I've only seen like the first half of Matt Smith's season, and I know that they've since changed doctors, and now Peter Capaldi's a doctor. But so I've got a lot of catching up to do on that. But I would if I could. I love that show. That's a great show. Anyways, but he is now the executive producer. Mal Young is now the executive producer of Young and the Restless. So that's a good sign. So hopefully that show will, get on its feet again. But I do want to say that the storyline involving Adam, where Adam, it's just, I feel like they gave, this is just my opinion. I could totally be way off base, so I'm gonna throw that out there first. I don't know anything of what happened behind the scenes at that show at all, but this is what it feels to me as a viewer is that Justin Hartley had a contract where he had some outs, and he ended up booking this show, This Is Us, which is supposedly going to be a great show on NBC, and they had to let him out to do that show. Um, and I think that kind of in the crossover from the previous executive producer to the current one, he kind of inherited their contracts. So whereas the previous executive producer may have had a plan to write out Adam in a certain way, I don't think so. But the current one, I don't think did, and they just did the best that they could. And it's fine, but when Adam first came back as Gabriel Bingham, everyone was like, "This is a return to the Adam that we all know and love to hate, and blah blah blah." And I was like, "Ooh, maybe he'll start sleeping with guys again." Remember that? Do you remember way back a long time ago when he slept with? Oh my God, I totally just spit all over the phone. That's so funny. When he slept with Rafe, the lawyer, so because he was in trouble. That's pretty fierce. I thought he was fierce. I was like, okay, you go, So, but no, there was no return to the old Adam. He's this new, improved Adam, which is fine. It's fine, but I felt a little cheated. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me wishing things. But otherwise, oh, and another thing, Jack. Okay, let's talk about Jack Abbott. Jack, I'm annoyed with Jack because he's supposedly moving on with his life and his grudge with Victor, which is like his 30-year grudge with Victor. And that's fine. I think that's not that good drama, but it is fine because every now and then you do still see them spar, and you know that Victor can't stand Jack to this day, but Jack's just kind of over it. But the problem is that Jack has been made into such a huge wuss. He is not a wuss. Phyllis is walking right over him. His brother, Billy, who is, much younger, is walking over him too. It's ridiculous. He should know better, first of all. And second of all, he should have some other shit going on. Because right now it's all about his love life and how everyone is, doing shit behind his back and he doesn't know about it. So I think that they need to have other stuff for him to focus on. They tried with that charity with Neil, the sober house or whatever the hell the charity's for. That whole storyline, that is awful as well. So they need something else for him to do. Bring him back to Jabot. Bring some corporate intrigue from Jabot back into the show because it's missing that. But other than that, though, I mean, there's lots of great performances like from Chelsea and Nick and Chloe. I love Crazy Chloe. Chloe's great. I'm glad she's back. Kevin is good too. Oh, Mariah. I love Cameron Grimes as Mariah. I'm so glad that she gets to play someone different from Cassie because Cassie, even though she was very young and even though she's very important to the show's history, she was very young and sweet and innocent. And, you know, I think that Mariah is a little closer to the actress's real personality so she can, you know, have a little more fun with it. And you can totally tell that on the screen. It's awesome. Anyways, that's all for today. So tomorrow I'm going to talk about General Hospital. And that'll be my last night in Japan. And then tomorrow, in 2 days, I will talk Real Housewives of Melbourne again. Okay? So everyone, thank you so much. And I will see you soon. Oyasumi nasaimasu.